Hey guys, Big J here from the Centre Bounce. Boy, oh boy, round 5 done and dusted. And I know with this late ass game, I posted up on Twitter. Heck, I posted a lot on Twitter this weekend. Some good things, some very, very not good things. Big J was not happy. But with this super late game, I think it was 7:20, finishing close to 10 at night or 9:30, 10. Supercoach didn't open until close to 11:30, and I'm like, yeah, cool. I won't do my team review until Monday, but because of work and everything, Monday turns into Monday night, and then we've got the live stream, and then might as well make it out on Tuesday and whatever. So here it is, guys. My review for this week, round 5, and yeah. If you guys had seen the live stream on Thursday night, I did a couple of really stupid things. Brought in Thilthorpe and Darcy, and managed to get rid of Darcy, which was fantastic. Thilthorpe really hurt, and it set my team back a little bit more than I would have hoped. Connor Rosie went big, who I think in the equation ended up being one of the players I went out. I was glad Callahan didn't didn't go massive either, because that would have hurt. Let's check out the team. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. It's going to be a fun one. This week, we scored 22-54. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Let's make this happen. Cool. This week, we scored 22-54. Now, it was an interesting week. I think pre-St Kilda and Port Adelaide game? No, St Kilda GWS. Somehow McRae was projected to 138. Whitfield projected just over 120. I think it was 124, 128. So obviously they didn't have their projections and score as well as they did, which dropped our overall ranking down quite a lot. Lost over 150 points. But then your boy Big Pal Pepper, the guy that we almost got rid of in round 2 or round 3, went bang, doubled his projected score. So thanks, mate. Ended up meaning that I got rid of someone else on the field. He was my lucky charm there. Quick checkout team of the week. Congrats on the 2K, mate. Very, very, very strong team. Marek in the flex. I was kind of oogling this a little bit. The one thing that this team has over mine, apart from kind of different primos in the back line, but okay, is the ability to have these 3 on field plus do other things. Currently, we're hamstrung a little bit by having Patton on the bench here, but we're flipping between Reed and Trainer. And if you check out their scores, like 80, 104, cool. Last week, it was close to 100 for each. We have done quite well and got Reed both times on field, which meant the better score. But it's an extra 80 points that we're missing over someone like Clay Hall this week. So if we had Trainer on field over Clay Hall, heck, would have been an extra 30 points. So maybe something to consider there. There is Sardell Hawley. You guys can roast me in the comments if you want for that pronunciation, but he is a backline player, which means we could bring him in, nice DPP, and be able to do some stuff there. I don't know if it's worth it, but having that 80 on field is a lot better than these guys, and I need to start to get rid of some of these players. Got quite a few that haven't done so well, and this is a good team to kind of have a look at too. Let's have a bit of a look quickly. We have jumped up, so almost 750 spots. I thought this score was going to be below par, but actually seems to be done quite well. As you guys can see from the thumbnail, I did sneakily bring in a Brayshaw and then captain him for the 320 odd points, which was, it worked out quite well. Otherwise, we would have been not doing too well and probably dropped in the rankings. I had a bit of a calculation before as well, and I think I'm about 450 points away from rank 1, which we are running low on trades. We probably will spend 3 more this week, hopefully trying to upgrade or potentially sideways a couple of primos, Thilthorpe being one of them, Roberts being the other. Missing out on one of Cleary or Gross, but then making that work out well for us. So let's kind of check out the team. We'll see what's up, and then we'll go from there. Starting in... Let's make this work better for us. 1 second. Live and uncut. There you go. Whitfield, obviously, very disappointing game. Had a big third quarter, which I was quite happy with, but overall, 86 not so good. Lockie Ash, I think, might have ended up being a better selection from me, or just in general, but still very good. Zorko 82. I think both of these guys suffered a bit from the heat. I believe they were talking about on the video about, hey, they've got longer quarters or shorter quarters or some amendment just because it's really hot. In Adelaide this weekend, cool. She's all 102 now, was playing a bit more of that forward role. Hopefully we can get set hundreds from now on, but I think similar to a Clark, his probably ceilings around that 100 mark. And you got Sinclair, you got Naz, you got a few others who may end up just being better selections. We'll wait and see. Unlucky we've got both still. Clark 104, okay. He's the most frustrating 100 I've ever had. Sheasel is really bad. Clark, man, he was very, very lucky. I posted all over Twitter, Facebook, Discord, everything. I'm like, mate, Clark, you better lift up your game, do something. Third quarter went big, ended up on 70 odd points, and then just trudges home for the 104. I think it has something to do with Freo actually being a better team. It's weird to say, but as opposed to a Max Holmes, who obviously carries through the middle, they put the ball in his hands, is really good. Clark is just stuck in the back line. And Young, Brayshaw, Sarong, everyone else will do okay. They'll push the ball up and down, but he just gets stuck in with the leftovers. And with Ryan, who unfortunately got subbed off, maybe that kind of boosted him up a little bit. It's rough. Matty Roberts got to go, mate. I think it's a mix of Bice. I think it's a mix of Blakey. He's now almost third string in the kickouts for Sydney, so it's a bit rough. Zach Reid, 104, very happy. Now, a bit of reasoning for Zach Reid. I think he's going to be my on-field option going forward, and I'd love to try and get Trainer off the field, keep him here if I can. I don't know how to facilitate that without tanking my team, which would hurt a bit. But I think it just works better for me. Getting that 60, 70, 80 is probably better than a Clay Hall or someone else on the field. So we'll kind of see what happens there. It just works out better. And yeah, scoring wise is fantastic. So we'll see. Zach Reid takes kickouts, which is great. Getting really good at the intercepts too and reading the ball. And it's just very, very clean. He's not a first year player. He's someone who was drafted with Cox. So that would have been 3 or 4 years ago. Has finally come into his body, which is great. So yeah, it just works out a bit better for him. Patton obviously didn't play. Brayshaw captain. So Thursday night, brought in Thilthorpe and Darcy as my two forwards, thinking, hey, I'll try and finish off the forward line. Yeah, that didn't work out too well because I had Caleb Daniel up in here and was going to swap them after the DPPs happened. Thilthorpe scored the 65. Walker, man, get in the bin. But stole all the points, did everything. Probably saved me in the end. Like, maybe I hate his 65. But his 65 could have meant a lot worse because I think Darcy scored just under 100 too and missed out on the double captaincy from Brayshaw by kind of jumping back on myself. So worked out quite well there. Went Darcy to Brayshaw, banked 100K. So I have a bit of money to play around with him. We'll see what happens. Dawson, a 60. Now, not happy with Big Dawson. Saligo and a few others didn't score that well either. We just quickly check out. Fan footy is fantastic. No, fan chat. Let's not Fast and the Furious. Let's go. By the way, Max Holmes went big. Yeah, so they only had 3 scorers. Roy Laird didn't do too well. Rankin didn't do too well. He had a couple of goals. Jordan Dawson just really sucked. If his DT, if that was 92, okay. I understand. But just shanked it. 8 poor, 8 clangers, highest, I think, meters gained on field, which was fantastic for him. But just really, really poor game. Geelong just had his mark. And I think at points as well, he ended up trying to tag too. And it's just like, come on, man. You're the captain and you're 5th worst on the field. Saligo owners didn't do too well too. And then where is Tex Walker? Tex Walker was on a lot better score. So yeah, it's not great for us there, but we do what we can. At Adam Chera, 117, very happy. His last couple of scores have just been on the 100 mark, so to jump up a bit further was great. I think it was Hewitt, someone else, and then Chera. So against North Melbourne, hopefully, sucks for North Melbourne, but I think everyone knows that Carlton are going to smash us. They just smashed West Coast, and yeah, it works out quite well. Might be 2 and 3 for them, or 2 and 4 actually for them after this week. So yeah, fingers crossed for them. Hopefully, good Supercoach score. Happy to run him at M8. Same with an Oliver at M8 as well, at least for a little while. So holding both. Melbourne just suck, which means Oliver sucks. Not a terribly poor game from memory. Kind of if and are, but they did get smashed by Essendon. So maybe Max Gorn went massive. We'll talk about him soon. Clayton Oliver, where are you? Yeah, so nice contested possessions. Just the clangers, man. It's just what does it. And it's the poor kick to handball ratio. So he'll be in the middle. He'll be in the contention. Gets the contested possession. Gets the clearance half the time. And then he'll handball it to the opposition. It's like, oh, cool. Well, yeah. That works. And look at that scoring discrepancy. Fucking 2 have scored over 100. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bro, I don't think I've seen that much of a difference in a very, very long time. So congrats to Essendon there. Bailey Smith, fantastic as well. I'm very glad I brought you in at sub 500, sub 400k. You've just been wonders. Ashcroft as well was going to get rid of you at some point, similar to Pau Pepper, and has just been stride to stride to stride, and now he's got forward eligibility. So, hooray! Xavier Lindsay, pretty disappointing coming back. I think he was my 23rd score this week. So Pal Pepper doubling him gave me that 50 points, like you saw at the start. I think with Melbourne, I don't think it's going back to the game. I don't think it was a clanger problem. I think it was just Melbourne just got smashed and they looked really lost out there. And check out that time on ground is not great. So I don't think he'll be dropped. I think he'll play every week. Henderson is probably the one that's going to be dropped, which is really sad for us owners. But, you make 50K on going to Gross or Cleary from him. So it works out. But, yeah, Xavier Lindsay, let's pretend that's an 80. Maybe he's on at 60, 65. And, are we talking this much about him? Probably not. Clay Hall, 52. A bit of a low slump. Gross definitely has taken a lot of the ball from him. I think he lost a few CBAs as well and ended up getting stuck on the bench. Now, I'm going to have to quickly check out his on the bench time. 1 second, not Gold Coast, West Coast, where are you? Sorry, guys, I'm blind. There you go. Clay Hall says 79%. Went at 100% disposal efficiency. It was great. But that does not seem correct. Maybe it was an Archer read, but every time I looked, Clay Hall looked like he was on the bench. Look, he finished the game on the bench as just reflection of what I'm saying here. So, yeah, doesn't bode well for him. I think he'll be okay, but definitely slow burn now. And he does have the negative break even, which is nice, but he's not making as much money as I think a lot of us thought. Gets to 250K. Okay, we're happy. Got 150K out of him, but it's not great. Same for Morales too. Very poor game from him. I think Butters and a few others coming back definitely doesn't help. I think the rise of a Horn Francis, this game was dominated by Rosie, who obviously we traded out, which sucks ass. It is what it is. Doesn't really help a lot too. Henderson, 13, he's gone. Just looked lost. I forgot he was in the game, to be honest. He just wasn't there. So, yeah, it just didn't work out for us. Camporelli as well didn't play. Hopefully comes back soon. Nice low break even and looked okay, to be fair. I'd be very happy if he came back this week. Max Gorn, 145. As you can see, big Max Gorn. I think he was the highest scoring ruck. Just dominated. Missed a few intercept marks too, which would have bolstered him up. I don't believe he actually scored any goals. Let me quickly just check. But in a game where they got slaughtered, yeah, cool. Worked out really well for us. So 49 hit outs, 17 contested possessions. Was just grabbing the ball running for a lot of it, which, for Ruckman's very, very good. Congrats to Sam Draper too. I think he just got DPP. Check on off the rails at the moment. Sam Draper, yeah, DPP. So a little bit sneaky. If you want a sneaky pod for 400k, Sam Draper getting your team could work out quite well for you. DeConning, look, he gets bashed around 118. Just be careful of Pitnet coming back next week because who was it? Mackay is out with concussion, I think, for a couple of weeks. So yeah, came back from injury and has come back from, he's just got concussed. So Pitnet is the most likely in. They need help in that ruck line. Potentially against Cherry, Pitnet works a little bit better as well. So we'll wait and see. Boyd obviously didn't play. Maybe that works better for us. Cool. Rankin 91, not great. McRae 70, even more not great. Same game as Whitfield, similar level of scoring. I think they just went bank for bank for bank, and McRae just got a bit of attention from a Toby Bedford. Phil Thorpe, we won't talk about him. Caleb Daniel 116. Him and Fisher off halfback looked a little bit better, but yeah, he's a forward keeper for 265k. Like, come on. Davidson 61. A little bit of a worry there. A few people offloading him. Has made quite a lot of cash recently, especially with that 126. So I would like to hold, but I've got a bit of a trade this week that potentially means no hold. We'll see what happens. And then Pal Pepper 101. Very, very happy with Pal Pepper. Keiko here would be the one to go for me if I had the choice. But if you have a sneaky look, his break even is 15. So, mate, you'd hope against West Coast he scores more than a 46. Yeah, he's never getting dropped. They need him in that team. And same with Connor Stone too. 35 break even. Cool, works out okay. Yeah, it's just a slow burn. Nice to have a defensive. Ooh, I can do some sneaky stuff and don't have to bring in other players. I just figured something out. Ooh, maybe I'll put him in the back line. We'll work that out right now. Bites 89 as well. So this was potentially the trades for myself this week. Was Henderson out, Roberts out, and Phil Thorpe out. Need to bring in some big guns. Hey, look, he's a defender, which means I can put Trainer and Reed on field. Let's go, boys. I didn't even realize until right now. Oh, that makes me excited. I think I'm going to try and... I think I can't do it with Cleary, which is the player that I wanted. But... one second. Got a few different options. I wanted Nick Dacos, and I wanted a Zachy Merritt. And I don't think I can do it. I just don't think it's enough money. Sorry. Bailey Smith goes forward. No, I don't have enough. Really don't have enough. Yeah, and I need a third player. So I'll have to figure it out. I think I actually had it like this if I didn't get rid of Henderson, if I got rid of Davidson in the team. 1 second. Yeah, didn't have enough money. So wanted Cleary, can't get Cleary, unfortunately, but can get... Oh, somehow Nick Dacos is in the forward line. Look at that, Nick Dacos forward line. Ooh. I don't think he's a forward player, but I wonder if Supercoach will let me. Thanks, Supercoach. What are you doing? All right, Tom Gross. Here we go. I wanted Cleary, can't get Cleary. Complete trades, confirm. Oh, Nick Dacos cannot be a forward. Thank you. Nick Dacos can apparently not be a forward. All right. Just slowly getting some of these players. He'll probably get run over. This will most likely change, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, bro. Cool. Let's do this again. Easy. Davidson out. Levi, Ash, no. Let's go. Henderson to there. Matt Roberts out. Phil Thorpe out. Connor Stone flex. Cool. I need to put in another player. Bailey Smith, 2 there. Okay. That works. Cool. Now, there's a couple of other players who I really want in my team. I don't know how to pull it up right now, but I need Zachy Merritt. So I've got Zachy Merritt. I need Dunkley. I really want a Dunkley in my team. There's a couple of others of mids, but it's more just who's playing West Coast for a little while. So I think Essendon's going to do quite well. Bailey Smith goes to there. I do miss out on Cleary. I am $100 off. It really pisses me off. It really, really pisses me off. In terms of vice captain and captaincy, let me quickly check. Could go Zorko versus Collingwood, but they play early. Not quite sure. I can loop with him. So, yeah, we'll figure out captaincy, but I think this might be the team for this week. Looking at terms of upgrades left, 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5, 6. So 6 upgrades plus the flex. It doesn't look terrible. And then it's guys like Chera, Oliver, that kind of thing. So I really don't mind it. Got a bit of money, hopefully. We'll see what happens here. Heck, a few other players potentially. I really want Cleary. I may change things up and go double Cleary, but we'll see. I've just brought in 2 massive 600 play players. So yeah, it works and potentially works out okay. We'll see. Pal Pepper's going to get to 350k. I can feel it. Same with Ashcroft. So should be a slow burn with a couple of these guys. Henderson can get in the bin. Well, we'll see. This is a Sunday night team. Sunday night team. I'm happy with the Sunday night team. Guys, let me know down in the comments, how did you guys go with your team? What did you score? What are the changes you want? I think definitely for the moment, a lot of us are looking at matchups, and I think that's the right way to look at. Basically, it's whoever plays North because we're giving up a lot of points, whoever plays West Coast because they're shit, whoever plays Richmond, which right now is Gold Coast, who plays Richmond next week. Melbourne plays Richmond next week. So maybe Max Gaunt, maybe an Oliver is a good time to keep him as well. It works out quite well. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Big J, don't go Zach Merritt. Save Davidson. Get rid of Henderson. Maybe that's the way to go. We'll see what happens. We'll see you for the live stream with Review Crew Monday, members live stream on Tuesday, and then the drive home on Thursdays. Guys, got a few more videos to try and put out this week talking about the DPPs, the guys who are probably relevant for us in Supercoach, the ones you guys should be looking out for. Some nice trading targets and stuff as well. And hey, Connor Stone goes to the back line. How about that? I didn't even realize until I had a look at it live with you guys on stream. Hope you had a good Monday. Have a fantastic week. Supercoach should not be your life, just a little bit of a part of it. Enjoy the football. Enjoy everything. We'll see you later. Have a good one.